You guys didn't really get locked down. How are you guys? Thinking about SP stresses me now because I worry too much. I know I shouldn't. Okay, I'm going to say something here because something's happened this morning with a couple of emails coming in. I've got quite a few replies I have to do to people who've already had coaching with me. I've got red all over my cheeks. So when you have a call with me, guys, you're very welcome to write to me with questions. But if you have a call with me and you haven't done what I've said, and then you're writing to me with questions, I'm going to just say to you, have you been doing what we discussed in the call? And if you haven't been, and what you've been doing is going out in the world and reacting to shit, I ask you, why? Guys, the reason why you want to have a one-to-one call with me is to discover your deep-rooted subconscious beliefs that are causing your situation. To change those deep-rooted subconscious beliefs takes some time. You can't expect to have a call with me and a week later, magically your specific person turns into this joyous, wonderful person who isn't treating you like an asshole like he was a week ago. It takes some time to get that shit out of your mind, to see them differently and for them to change. Now, I'm not talking about anyone particular here. I've got about 3 or 4 messages in my inbox at the moment, very similar theme, which is I've gone and done something, something's happened, and I'm like, we only had the coaching 2 weeks ago. Why are you reacting to the 3D? Why are you even going and doing things out in the world instead of just thinking in your mind that you are the woman you want to be, working on your self-concept, changing the version of them in your mind and not reacting to them if they do turn up? Guys, I can't hold your hand through all of this. You have to, and I understand what this is like. I'm not telling you off, because when I first started really learning about this and the penny really sunk with me that I was powerful, I still didn't get that reacting would fuck things up. I still reacted. You can't help it. Your amygdala in the back of your mind kicks in. It's your fight or flight. And it will do exactly what your subconscious mind always wanted you to do, which is prove to your brain, prove to you that what it thinks about you is right. See, people don't love you. See, you get abandoned. See, you're not chosen. See, you're not wanted. Ha-ha! And then you react to it. Your amygdala kicks in because you're so upset about what's happened in the 3D to prove your brain right, because your brain's only going to look for evidence of that shit. It's not going to point out anything. It's not going to filter out anything good. It's just going to show you the shit to prove what it believes about you. Then your amygdala kicks in, you react, and you fuck it up. Now, I'm not saying you fucked it up. I'm just saying it slows it down if you react. React emotionally, cry, whatever, but go back in your mind and get back on the horse in your mind. No, we're happily married. Or no, he loves being my boyfriend. No, I am wanted, I am loved. I've always been chosen. But if you're spiraling and everything, you're undoing all the good work you've done. And guys, I get this. I'm not telling you off if you've done this. I've done this. Everything I'm telling you guys, I'm not an expert. I didn't go to manifestation school. I'm telling you this from experience of reacting and screwing up all my work on me and on the other person. I'm saying this from experience. If you affirm and affirm and affirm and affirm, and then some small thing happens in the 3D or a big thing, and you go, bleh, and have your same reaction that you would normally have had before, what are they going to say to you? You're just the same as you were before. Because you are the same as you were before. You're reacting exactly the same as you would have before. And that's what they'll say. Because in your head, they haven't changed, and they're still turning up in your reality as the old person because you haven't changed them in your mind. Now, if you feel like you've 100% changed them in your mind and they're still turning up being an asshole, well, it's delayed. It's old. Let it catch up. If he's treating you like a friends with benefits when you got back together and it's not yet in full emotional, lovely, affectionate relationship again, give it time. Don't react. If you start saying things that reflect the old him, don't react. Are you a reactor or are you a creator? That's what I'm asking you in this live, because you've got a choice. You're either creating your reality or you're reacting to it. There's no in between. Okay? If you do a call with me, Don't waste your $110 by reacting the next week or 2 weeks later. You're throwing all the baby out with the bathwater. You may as well not even have the call with me. Now, I'm not talking to anyone in particular, although one person will know I am talking to you. But there are quite a few people who've done this, okay, darling? So it's not just about you. Okay? But are you a reactor or are you a creator? That's what I'm asking you. Thanks, Sandy. Guys, I want you to do the work. I want you to stay on the horse. I know your mind's going to kick in. I know that amygdala of yours is uncontrollable and it will make you react and you will do shit. I know this from fucking stuff up. I'm not telling you this because I'm a know-it-all. I'm not telling you this because I know everything. I don't. I'm telling you from my personal experience of messing shit up. Are you a reactor or are you the creator of your reality? That's what I'm asking you to do. You can't be both. Be the creator, please. Be the one who sticks with the version in their mind of the person they want, not reacting to the version that turned up. Be the person who reacts only to the version you want of yourself, even when signs of yourself show the old version. Don't get upset with yourself. Just go, oh, that's the old me. Yep, I'm showing up again. Okay, I'm recreating you. Don't even get upset at yourself. Guys, this takes time. It isn't fucking magic. I know you've been watching these absolute law of attraction morons who've been telling you can manifest something in 17 seconds. You can't. Sorry. You're changing your habitual subconscious thinking that's been there since however long. This isn't magic. It doesn't happen overnight. If you think it's going to, you may as well log off now because you're not getting what manifestation is. It's simply subconscious thinking creating your reality. That is it. It takes a while to change it. I'm sorry, it does. I don't know what else to say to you. So if you have coaching with me, please do what I said. Don't waste your money. All right, guys, any questions? All right, guys. Oh, no questions because you're all listening. How nice. Now you can ask the questions. Please do. Your live's the only thing I look forward to every day. Oh, RD7712. What about your SP? Are they back? Hope you're looking forward to them. Is it normal to realise you don't want your affirmation? You mean your manifestation? What you're affirming for? Yes, sometimes, look, guys, if your self-concept starts improving, yes, sometimes you don't want them. You know why? What I just said. Because they're the old version. And the old version that turned up is really unattractive. I'll tell you an example of this. My ex-boyfriend turned up when I was with my SP, and at first he turned up as the old version of him. And then slowly, over 7 months while I was with my SP, he literally turned into the guy I always wanted him to be, but it was too fucking late. So I'd already lost interest in him, and he was showing all these lovely signs and telling me everything I wanted to hear, but it was too late by then. I was already in love with someone else. But at first he didn't show up like that. So you do lose interest sometimes even when they come back, you're like, nah, whatever. Because you're still remembering the old them. And they will change, but you might not still want them. Okay? Or you might not still want your manifestation. Okay? You might be desperately wanting a house, and then you realise the reason why you wanted the house had nothing to do with the house. And then you're like, I don't really even care about getting this house anymore. I've realised the psychological reason why I was so desperate for this house. It had nothing to do with the house. It was to do with my feeling of loss. I didn't want to upset such and such. It was to do with my people pleasing, etc. There's lots of things you can do that will happen when you start really working on your self-concept, but you won't want it anymore. It happens a lot, guys. Don't beat yourself up. Just what happens. Sorry, guys. I'm missing all the questions. I keep talking. Sorry. Loz is the best coach ever. Oh, thanks, Miss Jess. We're all ears. Yes, good, Bamsterdam. Because honestly, I don't want you guys to waste your money. If you've ever called with me, don't fucking throw that $110 down the drain. No, I'm not Muslim, darling, and I'm not being rude, but it's honestly a repeated question on lives, and I'm not quite sure what does it matter if I'm Muslim or not? I don't really care what religion anyone is, so I don't know why anyone would be asking me. Kind of not my business what religion anybody is. So when someone asks me on the live, I'm not being rude when I don't answer. I just feel like it's totally irrelevant to the subject we're discussing. I don't discuss religion. If that's what you're asking. It's neuroscience. Every thought and choice you make creates pathways. Exactly. Go and watch the guy, what's the guy? Not Joe Dispenza. There's another guy. He's amazing. And he talks about the pathways of belief and how when you change your thought pattern, you change belief and a new neural pathway is created. Oh, what is this guy's name? It's called The Power of Belief or the something of belief. He's got an amazing book. And he actually scientifically shows you that when you start affirming and you start thinking differently about a certain subject, a new neural pathway is formed in your brain and that belief is formed. Guys, it takes time. It's not fucking magic, but it is science. What I'm teaching you guys isn't even manifesting, I don't think. It's literally changing your subconscious thinking. It's very different from what all the other manifestation people are talking about, which is like, seems like magic. I'm not teaching you magic. Manifesting is thinking. They're trying to say to you it's some kind of magic thing. It's not a thing you decide to do one day. Consciously you decide to do it when you discover you've been doing it all along, but they're not telling you you've been doing it all along. I'm telling you you do it every damn day, all day, since you're a kid. You can't help it, right? Now what you're trying to do is control it, what you're creating, which is using your mind power. That's all this really is, guys. And then creating new neural pathways to create new beliefs, to create a new reality. Yes, darling. Hi, Gina. Question about manifestation and therapy. Thoughts about working with a therapist while manifesting. Well, listen, I already have some clients here. Oh my God, this is the first day today. I haven't had client calls. I don't know what to do with myself, by the way. I got up late. It was great. Which is weird. I've been doing client calls all week. Bizarre. But guys, if you do want a one-to-one client call with me, do book because I've got lots of time next week free. And tomorrow. So guys, if you've got a therapist, absolutely discuss this with them if you feel they'll be open to it. However, if you feel they won't be, I wouldn't discuss it with them. It's like discussing going on the keto diet with a doctor. Most doctors will go, oh no, you've got to eat moderately and control your calories. And you're like, fuck off. You haven't looked at the latest research. You're an idiot. So I don't tell any GP that I'm on keto because their reaction will be old school. Okay? So your therapist might be old school reaction. Now, some therapists are very open to this, and if you tell them it's not manifesting, I'm literally trying to change my subconscious negative thinking, they'll go, oh, that's what you're here in therapy doing. What that girl is talking about is the same thing I'm kind of talking about with you, which has already happened with one client on here. She went to her therapist, and the therapist said, that's what she's talking about. That's correct. Right? So it's not really, what I'm saying, it's not really manifesting. So feel free to discuss what you're doing, which is changing your negative subconscious thinking with new positive thoughts, which are affirmations, and I'm sure they'll be open to it. If they're not, they're a fucking idiot. Okay, and change therapists. That's what I would say about that. But guys, you don't have to go, I'm manifesting my SP back who treated me like shit and cheated on me. Then the therapist might go, have you, considered your choices or whatever? And then you'll be like, oh. They're just reflecting your old doubts, your old fears. Okay, like everyone does. Your therapist, your family, your friends, everyone will, if you discuss what you're trying to manifest in front of them, especially if it's a person that they listen to you talk about the breakup, listen to you bitch all day about them, and now you're trying to change the old story, and they're like, wasn't he an asshole? Didn't we all hate him? What's going on? That's why you don't discuss it with people. Oh, guys, I can't see any questions. Just seeing people joining again. Very annoying when this happens. Can you manifest someone to do things for you? Yes, absolutely. You can imagine they're very giving. They're very generous. You can stand in the kitchen when someone doesn't want to help you and be like, he loves to help me. He loves helping me. He loves helping me around the house. He loves helping me around the house. And I've never had this problem because my SP was always so helpful, but you could do that. Okay? You can imagine someone giving you something if you want something from them. Imagine the scene where they give you the thing that you want. Absolutely. I'd like to book an appointment. Hooray, darling! Yes, just DM me, guys. If you want to book a one-to-one private video coaching session, just press the message button on my Manifest Live with Loz page or go to the Facebook group and press, for me, the admin, go to Messenger and messenger me. Just tell me your time zone, darling. We'll tee it up. Can you manifest different parts of your life? Yes, guys, you've manifested all the parts of your life. Now you can focus on whichever ones you want. So career, do affirmations. New car, do affirmations. Specific person, do affirmations. Do them in sets of affirmations. Probably best not to mix them all up all day because your brain gets confused. Don't do them in one big lot. Okay, I'll do them separately a little bit just to focus a bit more because manifestation is about focus, guys. You really want to focus on whatever you're thinking about at the time. You don't want to go all over the place. Okay, so I have them in my phone as like voice memos, separate ones. Relationship, career, me, lots of self-concept. Most of it's self-concept, to be completely honest. You can absolutely, darling. Absolutely. And it's good because then your focus isn't just laser focused on getting your ex back. You're thinking about other things. Loz, I haven't seen you in a while. I know I didn't go live the other day at this time because I had so many client calls. I had them from 7 in the morning. I just couldn't go live at 6 a.m., which is too much. Ellie, when you say rewrite the end story and get rid of the old one, do I actually write it? Yes, please. Yes. Because you can imagine a whole lot of shit and then the next time you go to think of it, you changed it. I want you to imagine exactly what you want and write it down. How do you want yourself to be? New story of you. How do you want them to be? New story of them. New story of the relationship, how it was. It was wonderful. He was so wonderful to me. He doted on me. He was so romantic and affectionate. La, 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 la. No breakup. Thoughts on mirror work. Mirror work is amazing. Guys, we're trying to change you to change them. Looking at yourself in the goddamn eyeballs in the mirror is the best thing you can do. I tell a lot of my clients on calls to do that, especially if they've got body issues. I make them stand naked in front of the mirror and do it to themselves. That's very confronting. Trust me. Saying, I am beautiful. I've always been beautiful in front of the mirror and before you get in the shower. Try it. It really works, guys, because you're talking to yourself. How do I go about writing the end story? Well, darling, you mean living in the end or you're talking about rewriting the story? If you want to live in the end, you can just think of a scene in the future, in the distant future, say your wedding anniversary or your honeymoon or when you've moved into the new house and you have a housewarming party, if it's about a house, and write the scene if you want to. But I don't expect you to write the living in the end scene. I want you to write the new story of the person you're trying to manifest and then what you're doing now, like you're already in the relationship. I suppose that's living in the end. Whatever you want it to be, guys. I can't tell you what your scene is. I can't tell you what your living in the end scene is. I don't know if you want to be living together, married, have a baby, go to Bora Bora. I don't know what you want. You have to think of that. What is the name of the green book you talk about? Oh, it's Neville Goddard's Reader. It's the Neville Reader. There's also the Ultimate Neville Goddard Reader because when Neville Goddard wrote, he only wrote little pamphlets to hand out at his lectures. He never published a book when he was alive. Okay, and he died in the 60s. So it's a collection of little tiny books in that reader. You can also find these guys on the internet for free. I think Feeling is the Secret is free. Most of them have been read by someone else online on YouTube or Audible. The Power of Awareness, Feeling is the Secret, The Law and the Promise. They've all been read out loud. Okay? Neville Goddard. How do you convince yourself that someone toxic at work isn't? Stop calling them that. See them differently. Write down the new version of them. They're going to be this to me. They're going to be that to me. They're so lovely and pleasant and never give me more work than I can handle. They're always pleasant and say nice things and compliment me. They leave me alone. Guys, you've got to see them differently. Okay? Completely differently. Rewrite them. Write down all their bad qualities and then affirm against it. They are so pleasant. When I walk in the room, they say hello to me every time. They're always giving me gifts, offering me to make me a coffee. Okay? Write different things you would like that person to do and each time test it. I would like them today to say hello nicely to me. Tomorrow, I would like them to offer me a biscuit at tea time. Whatever it is, you can do little tests as well. And then when they start conforming, you'll be like, oh, you've got to see them differently, guys. Write the version of them down that you want, darling. Do that. Oh, sorry. Stop. I was imagining me and SP honeymoon at Bora Bora and you said Bora Bora. Well, who doesn't want to go to Bora Bora? PFS, a quick Google search and they're free. PFS. Oh, PDFs. Yes, they're PDFs. There's lots of PDFs of Neville's because he's dead. Lots of people are publishing his books without his permission. He did. I wrote my story that we are married and have twins and the honeymoon was perfect. Oh, I love it. Yeah, twins. I wouldn't include that in my story. I would never want twins. We've already had this discussion. But if you want twins, darling, good for you. I watched Joseph Alli's video where he broke down Feeling is the Secret. It's so easy to understand. Is that a recent one or is it an old one? He's excellent, Joseph. He's an excellent, excellent coach of Neville. He literally teaches you Neville step by step. He goes very deep into the biblical stuff and what the biblical meanings are. If you want to understand Neville in a deep way, go and watch Joseph. It's called Divine Imagination with Joseph Ally on YouTube. He's excellent. And he really turned his life around. He was an addict. His life was in the toilet. And he completely turned his life around with all of Neville's teachings. He basically credits Neville for saving his life. Now I understand when I focus on me, everything else falls into place. Yes, M. Schmidt, it does. There's no one to change but self. Someone wrote on a thing today, you don't need self-concept to manifest. And I wrote, it was in a group, and I said, there is no one to change but self. What are you talking about? I think she was confusing self-love. And I was thinking, what? You're not changing the other person. You're changing what you think they think of you, what you think of them. You're not changing them. It's just a fallacy that you're changing them. You're not walking around with a wand. Ta-da! You're different. No, you think of me differently. You treat me differently. It's not about them and changing them. It's changing you, then they change. They react to you differently. They reflect you. That's why if someone's showing up in your reality right now as the old version, you haven't changed them in your mind yet. You haven't changed yourself enough yet to be the person who's loved by them. If you're the person who was loved by them, would they be being an asshole to you? No, you haven't changed you enough. Loz, how do you decide which goal to focus on first? Whichever you want most, guys. What's your deepest desire? Whatever that one is, focus on that. I can't tell you what your deepest desire is. Can't possibly. Go to bed and ask your subconscious mind, hey, subconscious, I would love to know what I'm meant to focus on first. Can you tell me, please? And wake up in the morning, you probably have the answer. Or you'll dream about it. Okay? You can ask your subconscious questions, guys. Do it. Any more questions? Wait, I have a notebook and a pen. How do I start off my scripting? Guys, it's just writing the old story of you, new story of you. You can write your childhood, Disney version of your childhood, everything you wish had happened, then continue on all the way to now. The way you wanted your life to be, the way you wanted your boyfriend to act. No breakup, no old story. His audiobooks are available free on Spotify and Apple Music. Yes, they are. And Neville, look, Neville's never read his books out loud, but he does have lectures, and there's hundreds of lectures. He used to travel between New York and San Francisco, New York and San Francisco, the two places he lived, and he did these lectures, and he had a huge following by the time he died. People would be outside the halls where he spoke, standing outside with little dictaphones listening to him, okay? And all those are recorded on bad dictaphones. Not all of them, but a great majority of the lectures are recorded. So you can go and just listen on YouTube to Neville talking, and they're great. I would recommend Live in the End as the first one you listen to. Live in the End. As soon as third party comes up in my head, I say he hates her out loud. Is that good or not? Yeah, you can, darling. Okay, but I would also say I created that bitch and so she's going away. Because I created her, I can make her go away. Got to remember you created her with your fear. So don't see her as this thing beyond your control. She is in your control. You created the bitch. Okay? Affirm self-concept, catch yourself and reaffirm. Replace negativity and positivity. Oh, wait a sec. That was a response to a question I haven't even seen. Hang on. I posted about a week ago. Okay. Yesterday was my first at work and I affirmed everything went my way and it did. Yay! Oh, thanks. Love your energy. Oh, thanks so much. Going to write down my living in the end story right now. Yes, darling. Do it. Best affirmation about self. Just your fave ones. My body is beautiful just the way it is because I have body issues. I'm perfect just the way I am. Once you've met me, you love me and you cannot be without me. There's some of my favourites. What do you do when something reminds you of your old story and makes you upset for a moment? That's okay, guys. You can get upset. I'm not one of these idiots telling you to be happy all the fucking time. It's physically impossible. We're human. We'll react. We get upset. Have a cry. Stop. Look at the 3D. Okay. Right, well, I created this shitty circumstance and I'm changing it. I'm in control here. I'm the god of my reality and jump back in your head in the scene of living in the end. Do your affirmations. Do them and do them and do them and do them. Guys, if you're feeling shitty, get the feelings out, but do the affirmations, please. That's what helps. It's your new thinking. I have a few home-related, kid-related, academic... What? I'm looking, it's scrolled up. I have a few home-related, kids-related, academic, work-related, but it's hard to know where to focus. So just pick a few. What are you most important? How you want your kids to be? Academic and work? Home. Well, that's 3. That's fine. You can have 3. 3 different themes. Do affirmations for one, affirmations for the other, affirmations for the other. That's fine, darling. Feeling the Secret by Joseph Valet came out 6 days ago on YouTube. Oh, okay. Feeling the Secret. I'm going to watch it. I haven't watched any videos for a long time, although I did watch one today, and that's where I got that Are You the Reactor or the Creator from Arnie on Create Your Future. I watched the beginning of a video because it's the first day I haven't had any client calls. And she said that. So I haven't watched any Joseph or anything for weeks, guys, because I've been here doing this. But normally I do try and watch his videos occasionally if I can. Hang on. Any more questions, guys? Could I say I created her leaving and I can create her back? I created her leaving and I can create her back. As in your SP? Absolutely. I created this shitty circumstance where she left, so of course I can create her back. That's what I'm telling you. Guys, that is true. You created the breakup, you can create them coming back. All you have to do is change the shitty thinking that caused her to go away, that caused her to leave. Questions that need answers. Calm down. What? SP has an ex and he is still friends with and he known forever. How do I get rid of her? Why are you threatened by her? I would ask you that. I'm friends with all my exes. If they turned around to me and said, my girlfriend doesn't want you to be friends with me, I'd say, what the fuck is wrong with your girlfriend? It's got nothing to do with them. Your self-concept should be so on point that you don't feel threatened by an ex. It's got nothing to do with the girl. It's to do with your insecurities about the fact that she's a threat. Seriously. You can't expect a guy, okay, to not be friends with his ex-girlfriend. I think that's utterly ridiculous and shows him that you are someone who's not confident in themselves, threatened by other women. Darling, I would assess yourself there. It's got nothing to do with the other girl. I am friends with all of my exes bar one who's a fucking lunatic, and if someone said that to me, I'd be like, I think you need to break up with that girl. That's what I'd say to them. Okay? I'm just saying, it's got nothing to do with them. Work on your self-concept, that you don't feel jealous, that you don't feel threatened. Did your parents cheat when you were younger? What happened in your childhood that makes you feel another woman is a threat? Do you just feel shitty about yourself and insecure and not good enough, and therefore a woman is a threat? Work on that, darling. Seriously. Don't go and ask them not to be friends with her. Please. Thanks, Loz. You're amazing. I got to run. Stay gold. Okay, darling. Loz, my daughter manifested getting into a prestigious high school. I'm teaching her affirmations. Oh, Sandy, amazing. Oh, that's such brilliant news. How did she do it? What did she do? She said, I'm at such and such school. Oh, Sandy, you're having such success even with your kid. Ah! Yes. Well done, my darling. Well done to her. Manifesting makes you take responsibility for your life and get rid of victim mentality. Works. Yes, Millis Actor. Guys, you've got to take total responsibility of what you created. That's the point of this. I think a lot of people talk about the universe because they still want to pass the buck. Like, the universe is going to do it for me. Someone wrote today in one of the manifestation groups who's in this, follows me here, I don't want to do self-concept anymore. It doesn't feel as good. I want to do SP affirmations. And I thought, okay. But you have to change you to change them. So to not concentrate on self-concept tells me there's some reason why you don't want to. It's about you guys. You've got to take responsibility for changing you before you can change anybody else. You've got to take responsibility for what you created. You can't be the victim. So many people respond to my videos on here saying, you create your circumstances, saying, well, I didn't create my ex-boyfriend to be a drug addict. I'm like, okay, why are you here? Do you want to take responsibility for your life and take control? Or do you want to be a victim for the rest of your damn life? It's up to you guys. There are a lot of victims responding to my videos, and it's just like, you're going to stay a victim the rest of your life, dude. And you'll be sitting there at 80 complaining about that ex-boyfriend who was the drug addict. And everyone's going to be so sick of the fucking story. Seriously. Same as ex-husbands. Oh, he did this to me. He cheated on me. And eventually people go, oh, if I ever hear about this asshole again, I can't be bothered even hearing the story. Shut up. But they don't say it to your face. They just start changing the subject or avoid seeing you and spending time with you because all you talk about is the ex-husband. That's victim mentality. Any more questions, guys? I can't see any questions. Can I get my ex back even though I think she's lost feelings for me? Guys, they only lose feelings for you if you think they do. It's your thinking that causes them to think they don't want you anymore. I don't think she wants me. I think she's lost feelings for me. I think she's losing feelings for me. So when you were together, you probably thought, I think she doesn't like me as much as I like her. I hope she's not losing feelings for me. Oh, she's not showing me as much affection as she used to. Why? Does that mean she's lost feelings for me? I hope she doesn't leave. Then she leaves. Then when she's left, you're like, I don't think I can get her back because I don't think she loves me as much as I like her, because look how she reacted when we split up. She acted so cold. It's your thinking, darling, that's causing that. That can only reflect your thinking. I'm wonderful. She loves me and only me. Of course she loves me. Why wouldn't she love me? I'm so lovable. She knows I'm the one. That's what you should be saying. And then she reacts to your thinking. They have no free will, darling. Stop thinking that shit. It's doing this weird thing where the questions are at the top and not at the bottom. Why? There's 48 people here and there's no questions? So strange. I don't know what's going on with... Yes, once you've met me, you love me and you cannot live without me. I love that one. It's my favourite. Can you include breakup in your news story if you made it... Can you include breakup in the news story if it made you both better people? Why would you want to do that? Go ahead. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Because then there's still a breakup. It's up to you, darling. You do whatever you want. I can't tell you how to write your news story. That makes you feel better? Go ahead. Okay. But I want you to live in the end of your mind that you're together. So how can you be together in your mind if you're broken up? Guys, you want to trick your subconscious mind into thinking you're still together. You don't want to assume a breakup. It'll say, oh, we're broken up, are we? Okay, we'll continue to show you that in your reality. You're broken up. It accepts as true what you tell it. We are together. Oh, you're together? Oh, great. I'll go find him and bring him back. I'll go make people in your reality reflect that to you. I'll make people in his reality start talking about you to him. Why'd you break up with her? She was so great. Blah, blah, blah. But you're telling it, oh, we've broken up and we've become better people. And it might go, oh, okay, well, we'll just stay alone then because we're such a good person now. We don't need him. Up to you, darling. Any more questions, guys? I'm literally not saying a question. There's 57 people. This can't be correct. Yes. I just started to think that I couldn't care less if you talk to an ex because of you. Self-concept is the best. Yes, I just started to think that. I couldn't care less if you talk to an ex because of you. Self-concept is the best. Yes, guys, you've got to get your self-concept on point. Someone talking to their ex-girlfriend and you not liking that is not about them. It's about your self-concept. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. I'm so proud of her. I want her to know she controls her life. Yes, Sandy, she does. Yes, she does. That's wonderful. I've been doing the affirmations and don't believe what he is saying. Why isn't he changing thinking? What? I've been doing the affirmations and don't believe what he's saying. Why isn't he changing thinking? How long have you been doing this, Rachie? I've only been here a month. Are you expecting this to be magic and him to change overnight? Have you thrown away the old story about him? Why are you reacting to the 3D and looking at him? He isn't changing. Grr, grr. Guys, that's not what I'm teaching you to do. I'm teaching you to go, oh yeah, he's still showing up as that shitty version I created. I mustn't be thinking hard enough about the new version of him. I mustn't be affirming hard enough. Okay, don't get angry at him. Why isn't he changing thinking? Because you haven't changed your thinking, darling. It's got nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. Go and watch my video on my Facebook group, number 25. And I keep saying, it's got nothing to do with them. Nothing. The 3D is also slow and delayed, and he's probably showing up as the old version. It's like a purge. It takes a while for the old shit to leave and the new shit to come in, meaning the new version of him who thinks differently. I would ask you, what are you doing? Have you changed the old story? Are you being patient? Are you living the end of your mind? Are you reacting to the 3D? Are you expecting this to be magic? Guys, go to my Facebook group if you haven't watched that video, number 25. I'm also posting another one today called The Old Story. I think you should watch both of those if you haven't understood this. Number 25, self-concept to get your ex back, and then another one called, I'm going to put it in capital letters, The Old Story. I think everyone should watch it. I'm wearing a singlet top. I don't know what number it is. I'm going to post it today. Both of those are vital in understanding what's going wrong if they're not turning up yet the way you want. Okay? I love how direct you are. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, darling. I can't be any other way. I'm just like that. Should we manifest in our native language? Yes, absolutely. Not in English if you don't speak English. Your subconscious mind thinks in your language, doesn't it? Should we manifest in our can you talk about splitting your affirmations and not to overload your brain? Yes, darling. So different themes. So my car, my new house, my relationship. Just do those ones, the first ones, for 3 minutes. Then maybe the next ones for 3 minutes, or do them at separate times of the day. Don't mix them all together. Is that what you mean? I put them in my voice memos as different themes. Look, I'll show you. Look. You see that? Affirmations for the girl I am, affirmations for my power, affirmations for my body, separate. Is there such a thing? Oh, God, scrolling. All the questions are coming in at once. Is there such a thing as over-affirming? No. How many times per day should you script? Well, I'm not asking anyone to script. I don't know what fucking idiot you've been watching Sexy After Kids, but they're fucking morons. Scripting doesn't do much if you keep doing it. I just want you to write the news story once of you and them and read it every day if you can. You don't have to rewrite it. I know what you're writing. Scripting only works if you're thinking it while you're writing. Scripting doesn't really do much, guys. It's just getting a new story in your head. Over-affirming is going, John, I happily married, John, I happily married, John, I happily married, John, I happily married, John, and becoming obsessive and doing it on the hour, every hour, like a robot, rather than going, John and I are happily married. John and I are happily married, and thinking it as truth, saying it as truth. If you're doing it verbatim like a robot and it's turning into gobbledygook, that's over-affirming. That's not even affirming. That's just, I don't know what you're doing. Some bullshit somebody told you to do 55 by 5 or 369 over and over again. You don't have to write it, guys. You have to think it. Think it. You're trying to create new thinking, not new writing. Can you talk about... Oh, hang on. How can others manifest for you if it's your reality? Because they're in yours and they're reacting to you in your reality. So they turn up differently in your reality. So when I was trying to manifest for my friend not to be depressed anymore, she didn't turn up as depressed in my reality. I have no fucking idea what she's doing in other people's. My ex-boyfriend stopped drinking in my reality. He's an alcoholic. I don't see him as an alcoholic anymore. I have no fucking idea what he's doing in other people's realities. But when I was manifesting for him to not be like that anymore, in my reality, he stopped drinking. I don't know what he's doing in his or other people's. Make sense? How many times should you repeat the affirmation each time? It's up to you guys. However long it takes you to feel like that's real, true, natural. Okay? I walk around the park for 15 minutes doing my affirmations every day. Okay? I get up in the morning and have a shower. Now it takes me, 5 minutes to have a shower, 3 minutes to have a shower. I'm doing it while I'm toweling myself off. I do it in bed in the morning as I'm waking up. I use the I Am app to organise my affirmations. That's great. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that app. I haven't actually downloaded it, but a lot of people say you can put it on loop and put music behind it and stuff. Sounds lovely. Because sometimes you want to listen to it as you're sleeping, as you're drifting off to sleep. It's a wonderful app, apparently. I've heard a lot about it. I shouldn't worry about time, but can I affirm I'm a model in my early 20s, not my 30s? Yes, darling. Why would you be a model in your 30s? Not many models in their 30s. Molly! Sorry. Can your manifestation show up in different ways before it happens for your SP? Yes, guys, other people might come out the woodwork. Other guys crack onto you. Ex-boyfriends start messaging you again. It's just how it works. It's like you have no resistance against those people or those things, but the one you care about the most, you have more of a story attached to. So when you drop the old story about them, they show up, but the other people show up in the meantime. Is that what you mean? Or show up in different ways? Maybe you're talking about signs, but it shows up when it shows up. I'm just scrolling up, guys. Are affirmations good to use? Yes, guys. Why is he so obsessed with me? Why am I so happily married? Why am I a millionaire? Why is my body so beautiful? They're affirmations, like a question. People use them because sometimes they find saying, I am happily married or I am so thin, hard. Okay, because it's resistance. They get resistant from their subconscious when they say it. So if you find that saying it as a question makes it sink in easier to your subconscious, absolutely do it. I don't use them very often because when I do say it, my brain takes the question and runs with it and goes, yeah, why are you? So it just depends on what works for you. But it feels natural to you and your brain likes it, do it. Everyone's different, guys. I can't tell you exactly how to affirm because I don't know. I'm not in your subconscious mind. So if someone's telling you to do affirmations, try them. How do you manifest for others? Well, you see them differently, darling. So when I didn't want my ex to drink anymore, I just assumed I had an image of him pouring beer down the sink. Because he used to drink about 6 or 7 beers a night, every night on weeknights, right? And he would never dare do that. And one day he came to my house, he goes, I tipped it down the sink the other day. And I was like, really? Interesting. And I didn't say, I was having images of you tipping it down the sink. Okay? So you can have images of them. You can write a new story of them. This is how they are now. Okay? I shouldn't... hang on, guys. I manifest how I'm announcing my success story here to you. I manifest how I'm announcing my success story here to you. Oh, well, go ahead. Manifest, put your success story here. Best manifestation success story. I think some of the ones in our group, guys, go to the Facebook group. People are already writing some success stories in the group and also on the lives. If you've watched the lives, lots of people come in and say, Loz, I got my boyfriend back. So keep watching the lives, guys, because they keep popping up. Okay? But my personal one for me, I think, is my car. Because I was not expecting a brand new car, and I got a brand new car exactly the way I wrote it down in my journal, and I forgot all about it. And after I got the car, I found the journal entry when I was on the phone to my dad, and I read it to him. He goes, well, that's the car, isn't it? And I forgot that I'd written it down as the car I wanted. It was exactly the same, and I'm so proud of my little car. I love my car. Love my car. Yeah. Neville teaches less action. Scripting is too much action. Yeah. Guys, look, obsessively writing every day, I want you to be thinking every day new thoughts, not writing. There's so much manifestation coaching on here about fucking writing. Guys, you've got to change your thinking. You could write all fucking day, and while you're writing 55 by 5, you're thinking, I'm busting to go to the toilet. What am I going to have for lunch? God, my SP's an asshole. Writing doesn't do a hell of a lot. All I want you to write is write down the old story of your life and your relationship that you don't like and throw it away so you can try and get rid of the resistant thoughts that are coming up. And write the new story of how you want it to be, which is you're living in the end. I want this relationship to be like this. I want him to be like this. He is that now. I've written it down. I'm looking at it. This is the new version. Isn't he wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? That's why I'm getting you to write down the new version. I'm not expecting you to script every day. If you're fucking doing that, you're watching some LOA idiot on here who's talking about scripting. I don't teach that. I don't know. I'm not even a teacher. I shouldn't even say the word teach. From my experience and from what I know, it's just thinking. Go and listen to those idiots if you want about scripting, but I'm telling you it's a waste of paper and a waste of time if you're sitting there writing a new thing every day. Unless it's a gratitude journal and you're grateful and that helps your mental state. Unless it's something else you want in life and you're writing down the new thing you want to manifest. Great. But not rewriting your story every day, or rewriting what they are. I don't know what you're scripting. I don't even know what you would be scripting. I don't even understand what you would actually be writing. Please tell me what these people are telling you to write, because I don't even understand what it is you're meant to be writing. I love affirmations. Yes, if you love them, do them. It works really well for some people, guys. Very interesting. Can you please tell us a bit more about your story? Oh, God, I have. Guys, please go to the Facebook group. I've spoken about my manifestations and my story many, many times. But, guys, I really fucked my life up a lot. And I ended up going to therapy after having a nervous breakdown. Very, very deep therapy in a psych hospital. I wasn't sectioned, but I had to go there every week. And it was quite harrowing. And I did that for 3 months very intensely. And then another 3 months every 2 weeks. And it totally changed the way I am in life. I was more vulnerable. I was able to express my feelings. I wasn't able to before. But it didn't change my negative thinking. I was aware of what my negative thinking was, but it still popped up. And then I learned to affirm. But before that, I'd learned all about manifestation many years before, but I hadn't changed the reality enough. I hadn't realized that I create my reality enough. I knew you could manifest. I thought it was like tricks, like I'm going to get this thing, I'm going to get this thing, but I didn't actually realize that my whole life was a manifestation. And when I realized that, I was like, oh, hang on. I've created all this. Therefore, I can change all of it? Oh, fuck. Right. It's not just a trick you're doing to get something you want. It's actually what you're doing all day. And when the penny dropped with that, and when I realized the other thing, that people reflect your thinking and that you've got to change your self-concept for them to change in your reality, and that you will change people with your thinking about you. If you get back in a relationship but your thinking about you is still shitty, they will reflect that and you'll split up. You learn from experience, guys. That's my story, really. That's why I'm on here, because I saw so many people. I came on here just to do affirmation videos because I'm a voiceover artist way back. And I was just going to do, I am loved, I am wanted. I was going to do those videos. And when I saw the shit you're learning on here, the idiot TikTokers talking about putting things under pillows and talking to water and candles and crystals, I was like, are you fucking for real? This is really simple. It's just changing your thinking. I thought I would just answer some questions. So that's how this happened. And now this has taken over my life, and this is the first day I've had since the 3rd week of my TikTok. The 3rd week I started coaching because people just started asking me. And this is the first day I've had since that 3rd week where I haven't had client calls. It's taken over my life. Dina Michelle's joined. Little John joined. Hi, guys. Hi. I can't see any more questions. Is journaling your day will manifest it? Yes, guys, you can journal it, but I would just lie there and think it. How do I want my day to be? Like this. But you can write it down if you want. I want my day to be like this before it starts. Do that. Or revise it. Write it down at the end of the day. This is how I would rather it was. I'd rather this happened. And revise your day. Absolutely, guys. If you want to journal, if journaling is the thing you love, scripting is the thing you love, do it. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying you have to think it. Thinking is the important part, not the writing, not the writing. Oh my God, Loz, I am seeing my SP tomorrow, all thanks to you. Are you, Helen? Wow! I can't clap because I'm holding my iPad. Oh my God, Helen. Helen did one-to-one coaching with me a couple of weeks ago. Helen, I am so proud. Now, darling, step into your queen energy before you see him. Know that you're the queen you are. Know that he'll be thrilled to see you, and know that he loves you. That's why he's seeing you. No bad meaning, no old stories, no fears. You're the queen. You're going to step into that reunion as the queen that you are. No old story. Okay? Thank you for teaching me so much that I have the power. Oh, Helen, you do, darling. You've got this, my darling. I can't wait to hear more. My friend made plans tomorrow. What I don't want to go, but can I get out of? How to make him cancel? Just say, he's going to cancel that. He's decided he doesn't want to do that anymore. I'm not doing that. He just decides he doesn't want to do it anymore. Just say that over and over. He just decides he doesn't want to do that anymore. He's got the urge not to do that anymore. Okay? Any more questions, guys? Oh, can hardly see any. 3 new messages. Where are all the questions? There's 63 people and no questions. Grrr. I'm scrolling up because I don't know if they're going at the top again. Oh, I thought that said Billie Eilish joined. It says Billie Eilish fan page. I got left on red after 4 days of movement. Old manifestations, I'm sure. Advice for affirmations. Why are you sending him a message? Is my first question. Why aren't you trusting that they're going to text you? Secondly, revise it. Act like they sent you the text you wanted. Look at your phone. Send a text from yourself. Change your number to their number. Change your number to their name. Send a text from your phone to your own phone. Read it. That's the text. They sent me the most beautiful text in reply. That's kind of revising it. Then affirm. He loves me so much. He's constantly blowing up my phone. He can't be without me. All the affirmations that will help you feel like they can't be without you, and they're thinking about you constantly, and they want to hear your voice. And stop texting them first. Guys, I'm not seeing any questions. This is so frustrating. Just scrolling up. I've been doing self-concept affirmations for abandonment. 2 different colleagues came looking for me to chat. Random. Oh, wonderful. 2 different colleagues came looking for me. So, guys, look, really focus on whatever issue it is that is at the core of you. If you know that you've got abandonment issues, really go hard on those kind of affirmations. I have always been chosen. I've always been wanted. Once you've met me, you love me and you cannot be without me because I'm the most lovable girl in the world. Do those ones. I am so wanted. I am so loved. I am so lovable. I've always been made the priority. And guess what? People in your reality, even just your work colleagues, will start treating you differently and start seeking you out and want to be around you. Well done, darling. Congratulations. All I'm seeing is people joining. What in the hang on, guys. I'm going to scroll right up. So could I imagine my SP signing divorce papers? If you want him to do that, darling. Do you want a divorce? Yeah, you can imagine them doing anything, guys. You can imagine them doing anything. If you want a divorce from your SP, yes, imagine them signing divorce papers. But I would also, I see what you're saying. Your SP is married. Got it. Okay, so just imagine they're with you. You can imagine that, but that's the middle. Okay? I would just imagine that he's already divorced and he's with you. That's what I would do, personally, because you're kind of messing with the how there. Okay? But if them being divorced will lead you to that, then yes, absolutely, have a scene where that happens in your head. Or him coming to you, oh my God, you won't believe it, babe, we're finally divorced. And you go, yippee! Okay? A phone conversation. You imagine a phone conversation with him. Or him coming to you and hugging you and going, the bitch is dead. Ding dong, the bitch is dead. I love all this. Wonderful. So much good information. Oh, that's good, darling. Scripting helps me to think and concentrate and imagine. That's how my brain works. Well, then do it, darling. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just telling you that it's not necessary. Okay? Changing your thinking is necessary. Scripting is like an added bonus. But do it. If it helps you, go and do it. If you manifest correctly, what are the odds of you getting back with your ex and how long does it take? Oh, God. Drew, I just went, oh, God, because so many people ask me, how long is it going to take? My answer is, I've no fucking idea because I'm not in your subconscious and it takes its own time. It's got its own appointed hour. No one can know how long it's going to take, honestly. Okay? So if you're affirming, if you change the old story, if you've turned into the new version of you, you purged all your old thoughts about them, you imagine you're already with them in your mind, the quicker it'll come. But if you haven't got rid of the old story of them, you're still resenting them, you're still imagining the breakup, you're still seeing them as the guy that they were when they left, you're not affirming all day, you haven't changed you haven't got rid of your shitty negative thinking about yourself, it takes longer. That's my answer to that. I really can't answer, guys, because no one can know how long it's going to take. No one. Can you manifestation show? Oh, I saw that one. Okay, I'm scrolling down. It's like people, it says messages, but then there's nothing there. It just said 48 new messages, but they're not there. Thank goodness for Loz. This is the only thing that has ever made sense when it comes to manifesting. Oh, wonderful, she's a bloom. Guys, it's not that hard. It's just thinking. It really isn't that hard. So glad you did, Loz. Oh, thanks, darling. Oh, thanks, everyone. People talk about Grabavoy codes here. What's that? It's a load of shit, darling. I don't even know what it is. If I haven't heard of it, it's like an added thing people are saying helps your manifestations or like angel numbers and shit. Guys, it's just thinking. If anyone's talking about anything other than thinking, changing your thinking, they're just trying to get video views or they simply don't understand manifesting. I remember one little girl got really upset with me, and I say she's a little girl because she acted like she chucked a tantrum on one of her videos, and she replied to a comment with 2 videos really angrily on her TikTok. And she's got like 60,000 followers or whatever. And she was chucking this back. If you're going to teach people that it's not about feelings, then I hope you're going to teach correctly. You've got a responsibility. And this girl chucked a wobbly. And I thought, the fuck, why are you reacting like that? And I thought, because I'm questioning what she's learned, that it's just thinking. And she was teaching, she had the emotion meter. And I was saying, you don't need the emotion meter. And she just lost her shit. Now, a lot of people are learning this emotion meter and talking to water and Grabavoy codes, and they think it's real. They're believing all this stuff. They're doing videos on it. And then everyone else believes it. And then they get really shitty. It's like when you're questioning people's beliefs and they chuck a little tantrum. People are teaching things on here that they simply don't understand and repeating it back to you. They don't even understand why they're manifesting. They might think it's the code or the angel number or the water or the emotion meter, but they don't understand it's simply thinking. That without thinking, you can't create an emotion. So what they're teaching you is the thing they understand, but they haven't really thought it through and realized that thinking causes emotion. That a code or a number is created by your thinking. It's simply thinking. It's so simple that when you take all this other shit away, everything they're talking about is something you created with your mind. So how can it not be just thinking? You thought the angel number into existence with your reticular activating system. Whatever this code thing is, you thought it was a thing and you believed in it and your belief in it made it a thing. you thought the emotion meter was a thing, and you were generating emotion based on thinking, but you didn't realize that the thinking was at the basis of that. There's a lot of people teaching a whole lot of shit on here that I don't understand. It's quite sad. But anyway. Any more questions, guys? Manifest that you can see the messages. I know. Someone said that to me the other day. Stop saying I can't see the messages. I've really got to stop repeating that. I can see all the messages on my TikTok. Do you believe in cards for manifestation? Oh, God. Are you talking about, like, oracle cards or something? No, guys. Did you hear what I just said? It's just your thinking. That's just a toy. It's like a placebo. This card is going to do this for me. This Grabavoid code means something. This angel number means something. This crystal is going to help me. If you think it helps you, go ahead. But it's just your thinking about the card. Understand? Any more questions, guys? What did Neville think happens after we die? Well, he said you're still here. He saw spirits all the time. He's got a really famous story where there was a man, he was at a party, and this man turned up and he said, "Why can't they see me, Neville?" And he said, "Well, because you're dead." And the man was going, "No, I'm not. I'm right here. I'm here in the party with you." And he was saying, "My darling, I hate to inform you, but you have died." And the man was really pissed off, and he was like, "But I'm here with you at this dinner party. Why is no one else paying me attention like you are?" And it was just because he could see spirits, and he had to explain to the man, you are here, but I'm the only one who can see you. So Neville believed you were just spirit. That's why he didn't ask for a grave, and someone gave him a grave. His family gave him a grave in Barbados, and he asked them not to. But he obviously had no choice after his body had left this world. His meat suit had disappeared. Okay, but he absolutely knew you hung around because he saw, and there was another example of a woman whose son died in a tragic car accident, and he was called Neville, and he kept coming to Neville and talking to him, and the mother was really annoyed and said, "Why can't I see him, Neville?" And he was like, "I'm very sorry, but he is here. Trust me." Okay, so he knew you were all spirit, and spirit doesn't go anywhere. Nothing is created nor destroyed. That's simply physics. Once you're here, you're here. You don't go anywhere. It's like water. You can vaporize, it turns to vapor. You can freeze, it turns to ice. You can turn it back to water, but it doesn't go anywhere. When it's vapor, it's still here. Molly, come here. Sorry, my dog. I've got the front door open. Any more questions, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to log off because I literally cannot see a single solitary new message, which is so frustrating. I'm going to scroll to the top and see if they've gone to the top or something. SP is pretty much, but can I manifest for them to glow up? SP is pretty, but can I manifest for them to glow up? I'll give you a secret. My SP was really skinny when I met him. Oh, thanks, Charlie14. My SP was really skinny when I met him. And I kept saying to him, "Babe, you're like Iron Man. You're like Iron Man." Now he looks like Iron Man. He's so muscly. Just see them differently. See them differently. Way to go, Helen. Yes, Helen. Guys, I'm just scrolling up. I'm seeing, I don't know if they're old messages new. How foolproof is manifestation? Drew, you haven't been watching me long, have you, darling? Guys, you create your reality with your thinking. Everything in your reality you created. Go and look at your shitty life, Drew. Look at the shit you don't like and think, did I create that with my thinking? Did I imagine that might happen? Or did I have shitty thoughts about myself that created a breakup? Ta-da! Manifestation. It is foolproof. It's your thinking, darling. It's your subconscious thinking creating your reality. Molly! Come here! Sorry for my yelling, guys. Come here right now. Come here. Do you believe in chance? Is anything coincidence? No, guys, there's no such thing as coincidence. You actually thought it first and then it happened. You create your reality. How can you create your reality and then there be chance? No. When do we start creating a reality? And when we are adults, because our parents must create it before. Yes, from the ages 0 to 7, you don't do shit, darling. You're creating your subconscious thinking then, and then it's formed, and from then on, you start creating your reality. I don't know the machinations of how much a child creates and how much an adult creates after 7. Like, you don't create your own abuse or anything when you're a child. Okay, absolutely not. Or your own illness. Your parents do that, or your caregivers or whatever. But at some point when your subconscious has really been saturated, that's when you start really creating your reality, okay? Dog reveal. Do you want me to get her? Molly! Come here. Come here. She really, really wants to sit by the front door. She said, "Come here." Can you see her? She's got her tail down because she knows she's in trouble. Sit down. So we think it becomes a reality. Yes, what you dominantly think becomes a reality. Your habitual, frequent, dominant, subconscious thinking, not your conscious thinking, your habitual subconscious thinking. That's why you have to affirm, create new thoughts that sink into your subconscious, go past the gatekeeper of your conscious. Your subconscious creates, guys. Your habitual subconscious thinking. Not just one thought, habitual thoughts. So fluffy, yes. She's a little shit at the moment. Thank you. That is so helpful. You're welcome. Can you please answer my question? I can't see it. One only, KJ. So we think it. Oh, hang on. I'm going to scroll up and see if I can see it. Can we see Molly? Yeah, she's under the chair now. Thank you, Stifler's mum. Oh, what a name. Thanks for the presents. It really is so simple, yes. Any more questions, guys? Hang on. Do you believe in aliens? I don't know what I believe about that. I'm sure there's other worlds with other life forms on there. I'm sure there is. Must be. See, what do you think about moderate crystals? Guys, crystals are simply a placebo. You put your belief into it. You imagine it means something. You imagine it's going to do something. You believe this is a bad crystal, good crystal. I can believe this phone has powers. When I talk to this phone, it's going to do things. My belief in it is what does it. If someone tells you a certain crystal has a certain power and you believe that, it will for you. Because you believe in it. It's just your belief in it, guys. It's just a rock. And you're giving it meaning. Sorry. What to affirm to stop isolating myself? I love being around crowds. I love hanging out with other people. When I'm around other people, I feel so great. I love talking to people, hanging out. I love going to parties. That kind of thing. Okay? I love hanging out with my friends. Hanging out with my friends is so much fun for me. Things like that, darling, if you're isolating yourself. Thank you. That is so helpful. For luck or illness. So what's that, mummy dearest? For luck or illness. I don't understand. Is that attached to a question? Got kicked out of the bookstore. I put the caution wet floor sign next to the 50 Shades of Grey book. Funny. That's funny. If you love your job but have a toxic boss that you can't escape, do you manifest they leave? Yes. And also, you just stop thinking they're toxic. You start imagining them differently, darling. He's so lovely to me. She's so lovely to me. They never give me work that I can't do. That I don't want to do. They are always so pleasant. They're always saying sweet things to me. They're always doing exactly what I want. They are so lovely to be around. They're so happy. They're so pleasant. Start seeing them differently. Affirm that they're different. They'll start showing up differently, darling. Or you can imagine they leave. But I would imagine they're different. People show up how you imagine them to be. Can you manifest someone else's thoughts if you don't know them but know their name? Yes, darling. Such and such loves me so much. Such and such can't stop thinking about me. Such and such. Okay, just if they know you, imagine they're thinking about you. Or just imagine you're together if they don't even know you. Imagine you're together in your mind. Okay? Oh, wow. All new to me. Very deep. Have to change your subconscious. Yes, guys. That's what you go to therapy for. It's all therapy is what are your subconscious thoughts are creating your reality? Let's change those. That's manifesting. I think most therapists don't understand they're actually talking about the same thing manifesting people are talking about. It's kind of the same thing, guys. You're creating your reality with your thinking. What you habitually think creates your reality. This belief is running my life. It's a tape running in my brain since I was 7. Fuck. It's created my whole fucking life thus far and how everyone reacts to me thus far. Shit, better change that. Okay? For luck or illness. What do you mean, mummy dearest? I don't understand that connection. Is that connected to the thing I just read? Thanks for the present, Stifler's mum. Any more questions, guys? I'm going to scroll up because it's doing it again. What are your thoughts on you meet everyone for a reason? No, you meet them because you created that. You create your reality. The reason is because you thought it. That's it. It's all you thinking, guys. Nothing's fate. You create the fate. What time do you go live? So I go live at permanent times on a Thursday and a Sunday, 6 p.m. Sunday EST, 9 p.m. Thursday EST. But every other time is just random because I'm doing it around client calls, guys. So I do one-to-one private coaching. And so in the mornings in England and Europe, normally morning time. which is kind of 10 to about noon. Okay? Then nighttime US, I normally go live between about 8 p.m. to about 10 p.m. EST, around then, but it can vary. Okay, guys, so that's why you need to follow me. Actually, sometimes it's 6 p.m. You have to follow me, guys, to know when I go live, because I do go live randomly, but twice daily. Okay, so do follow me, and then you'll get a notification a couple of minutes after I've gone live. And if you want one-to-one coaching with me, DM me, guys. And if you want to watch any of these lives back, guys, I save them in the Facebook group called Manifest Live with Loz. Go to Facebook, join the group to answer a few questions, just so I know you're not a spammer. There's over 400 people in there, all from TikTok, all giving each other help. It's a lovely, supportive community. You can ask questions of each other, okay, and watch the lives back. So click the link in my bio or search for it in Facebook with the space bars in between. Any more questions, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to log off because I literally can't see anything. Thank you. That was so helpful. You're welcome, RV Wild. Can you please answer my question? I'm really sorry, only 1 kg. I can't actually see it. I'm going to roll up. I can't see it. It's just not, then it's just not showing up sometimes. It's so frustrating. Are spirits us pushed out too? Don't know. I guess so. I guess if a spirit's in your house, they would react to what you think about them. I started thinking the other day, there's a spirit in my bedroom. And I started thinking about the other day, she might disappear now that I'm talking about her. Now I've acknowledged who she is because I found out from my neighbour who it might be. And for a couple of days, I didn't smell the smell in my room that I normally smell, this really sickly perfume. After I said that. And now she's back. So, I don't know if she's listened to me. But I was saying, hi, Lynn, and I was acknowledging her. And then I didn't hear from her or smell anything from her for days. What are some of your favourite affirmations for self-concept? Well, Bernadette, I think for me personally, it's about my body. I'm perfect just the way I am and everyone loves me just the way I am. For me, that's personal to me because I've got body issues. I'm the queen of my reality. I run this shit. That's my power. And I'm the most lovable girl in the world. I'm so unique. I'm so unique. Triggers reaction. Remember, circumstances don't matter. Persistent affirmation. Oh, what are you replying to? Andrea, but I can't see the question. How do you alter your subconscious thoughts, feelings? Exactly what I'm telling you to do. Write down all your negative thoughts. Maybe sit for 20 minutes, mummy dearest. Sit for 20 minutes. Think. Then write down while you're thinking all the shitty thoughts you're thinking. Oh, yep. That thing, I'm too fat, no one wants me, my parents treated me like shit, whatever thoughts jump into your mind. Then write them all down on one side of the page, each thought. Then write a new thought, the complete opposite on the other side. My parents loved and adored me. I've always been loved and adored. I love myself so much and everyone else loves me. I've always been wanted. I've always been chosen. The complete opposite of what you wrote on the other side. Then affirm. They are your new affirmations, and say those as soon as you think those negative thoughts, jump in with the new positive thought and do it on the hour every hour. Change your negative thinking. That's how you do it. Should I avoid SP social media as in a period of affirming and manifesting? Guys, if it's going to trigger you, avoid it. Guys, if what you see in the 3D triggers you, avoid it, especially social media. Especially if some girl pops up on their social media and you're like, oh, who's that? Don't look at it if it triggers you. Absolutely not. If people manifest a third party to leave, then wouldn't that break the golden rule and boomerang back? No, because if you just imagine yourself together, then whatever happens will happen and it won't hurt, it'll hurt no one if you live in the end. If you start manifesting their 3P away, I suppose it can boomerang back, but live in the end and hurt no one. That's what Neville says. That's why I keep saying to you guys, stop giving power to the 3P by the third party by manifesting about them, by affirming about them. Take your power. Take the power of them away, take your focus on them away, and just affirm living in the end with your person, then you hurt no one. Okay? That's why affirming and affirming about them not only keeps them alive, but it's also messing with the middle. Okay? Hello, darling. Hello, Cheza. Question. Should she avoid SP social media when manifesting? Yes. Avoid it if it triggers you. Anything that triggers you, guys, avoid it. If they live near you and you drive past their house and you've got to drive past it to get to your house, drive a different way. If seeing them at work triggers you, Get out of their way. Stop looking at them. Stop going into the tea room when they're there. Stop talking about them with people. If talking about them triggers you, stop talking about them. What would you revise even if you didn't text first? They love talking to me. They love me and only me. He's constantly blowing up my phone. Just that, darling. Even if you didn't text first and he's left you on red. He loves me so much. Your fear of him not answering your message is what is leaving it on red. I hope he answers me. I hope he messages me back. Why hasn't he? He mustn't like me as much as I like him. It's those thoughts that are causing them not to answer the message. Affirm against it. He loves me so much. Of course he's blowing up my phone. He loves me so much. Affirm against whatever the fearful fears you're feeling that are causing him to leave it on red. Understand? All right, guys, I'm going to have to go soon because I can't see many questions. And I do have to go. All right, guys. So please follow me at Manifest Live with Loz on my TikTok. I go live twice daily. You won't know when unless you follow me. Second, if you want to watch any of these lives back, go to Manifest Space, Live Space with Space Loz. Put it in the search bar on Facebook or thanks Charlie14 or click the link in my bio. Watch all these lives back. Give each other help. And if you want one-to-one video coaching, paid coaching with me, send me your time zone in Manifest Live with Loz on my TikTok or on Messenger on Facebook. Tell me your time zone. Then, when we've tallied up the time, you send me the backstory of everything that's happening and I analyze it before the call. Then we sit down on the call, give you a whole lot of action plan of things to do to get your manifestation so you can get your shit. All right, guys. Please do join me next time. I will be live morning time UK in about 12 or so hours, 8 or so hours. All right, guys. Please do join me next time. Thank you, guys. Bye.